Hello, this is another homework help video. This is for characteristics of a civilization. Go to our weekly schedule. So we didn't have school on Wednesday. So Thursday's lesson was characteristics of a civilization. So I've saved this as a draft. I haven't posted it yet. I'm just recording the video ahead of time. But if you see this on your Google Classroom, that means you did not turn it into me the day of the lesson or you were absent. So I'm posting, you'll see I have the directions. Now, if you want to do a printed version, you can, there's a PDF. You can go print, okay? And if for some reason you lost your civilization tiles, your artifact tiles, and you'll know what that means in a second. But if you lost yours, there's some printable ones there. If you don't have a printer and you lost your tiles, just draw them, get them on there. If you choose to do a digital version, it's right here. That's what I'll be using today for the homework help. Okay. So also there's a link to the slides here. This is the Google Docs worksheet, okay? We'll be using that in the homework help lesson. They're the same thing. And then attached, I have the slides for the lesson. So let's go through. So characteristics of a civilization. Students will brainstorm about the characteristics of a civilization. Students will identify and describe the importance of the key characteristics of a civilization. So what is a civilization? A civilization is a complex human society, usually made up of different cities with certain characteristics of cultural and technological development. In many parts of the world, early civilizations formed when people began coming together in urban settlements. So if you were absent, I'm going to go through the whole lesson with you. If you just need some homework help, you can skip ahead to where I talk about the worksheet, okay? Why is it important to study civilizations? An ancient civilization is a topic that helps students have a better understanding of the world. By understanding the progression, it will improve their understanding of the world and the people who live in it. Ancient civilizations provide insight into why and how history has unfolded and become as it is. So to be considered a civilization, the 7 following requirements must be met. The civilization needs to have a stable food supply, social structure, a system of government, a religious system, highly developed culture, advances in technology, and highly developed written language. So what does that all mean? So in the class, we're going to work with a partner to brainstorm examples of each feature of a civilization. This could be modern examples from our world today or examples from older civilizations. So you're going to go here, your guided notes, and just jot down some examples. So examples of a stable food supply. So fishing, farmers markets, herding cattle. So think of examples where there is plenty of food to go around, a surplus of food. How do we know that? What's the evidence? Farmers market, herding cattle, fishing, exchange of goods. Think of things like that. And you can also, I always say this, I always say, do your research if you need help. So one example of how this could be found in ancient times is fruits, vegetables, and meats. So you just copy and paste it. I'm all about you doing your research. I don't mind. Copy and paste it. Social structure. So different social classes, as an example. Presidents, kings, queens, farmers, different jobs, okay? Let's look. So examples of social structure include family, religion, law, economy, and class. Okay. System of government. So once again, presidents, kings, queens, people in a leadership role, rules or laws, punishments, like jail. Let's look for some examples there. Some of the different types of government include a direct democracy, representative democracy. So these are different types of government. Let's look here. 4 examples of government. Yeah, so same thing. So you can do religious system. You could do Christian, Muslim, Jewish, atheist, which means that you don't believe in a God, you believe in science. You could do, well, let's see. Yeah, Hindu, Buddhism. Okay. These are all different religious systems. Highly developed culture, art, architecture, music, dance, food, clothes. See if they have any additional ideas. Yep, so basically same thing. Literature, literature, or writing. Advances in technology. So for us, you know, the computer or internet. But for ancient civilizations, other inventions were considered advances in technology. So boats, you know, transportation for them, tools. Trying to think of what else. Honestly, a writing system was an advance in technology for ancient civilizations. So you can do modern examples or old ones. All right, developed written language. So handwriting or written language. Oops, that's one word. Books. So the ancient, we talked about this in another lesson. So the first ever written language was cuneiform. Did I spell it wrong? There you go. So for some examples. Yes, this is what we learned about the other lessons. So cuneiform was the writing of the Sumerians. Hieroglyphics you'll learn about was the Egyptians. Okay. So get some examples down there. I don't care if you put the ones that I just did. I'm just happy you're watching the homework help video, if anything. All right, directions. Organize the objects or artifacts in the categorizations you think they belong. Actually, let me go back to my slides. just to make sure I didn't miss anything. That's what we're gonna do together as a class. Talk about